Hello, Namaskaram, and welcome to P Guru's channel. I have the pleasure of Sri Ramachandra Bharati Swamiji today. Ramachandra ji, Namaskar, and welcome to P Guru's channel.
Hari Om, Namaste.
Namaskar to you, sir. As we see in Kannada, Namaskara. The same word goes through so many different iterations that also tells us that Akhand Bharat is unique. Because whether we say Vanakkam or Namaskar or Namaskaram or Namaskara, it's the same thing. I bow to you, I bow to your form, I bow to your Akaram. So it's an amazing fabric that has been woven thousands of years ago. And as part of this fabric, we've always had great love, respect, and affection for Gau Mata. And we're going to talk about that. But before we go into our topic of the day, I would like to talk a little bit, introduce you to Swamiji, and bear with me while I read this thing because I don't want to make any mistakes. Sri Ramachandra Swamiji is born and brought up in Karnataka. From childhood, he has joined RSS and is highly motivated towards patriotism and the Hindu culture. Later on, he started working at the ground level with Pracharaks, and he has also looked at how one can protect the Indian cow. We are talking about the specific breed Bos Indicus. This is the one that is also called sometimes as a Brahman cow because it is considered sacred, not only because of the fact that it is your mother in case where the mother is unable to provide the newborn baby with her own milk. The cow is the one that is considered as a substitute. In fact, growing up 30, 40 years ago, when I was a child, when I used to go to villages, every house we went, my relatives were still in the villages. Everyone had a gaushala. And this was something that, you went there, you fed the cow, you played with it. These days, with the city life, we have kind of distanced ourselves. But I'm hoping that through this conversation, we will get back to where we are. So continuing about Swamiji, from the beginning, he has been working with the indigenous cow. Also, he has been concentrating on the Panchakavya or Panchagavya. There are various ways to say this, but essentially what it is products that are derived out of cow, either Gaumotra or Godhuli or things around the cow, the milk, the ghee, whatever you will. And you have products, amazing products. I have used some of those things through a friend of mine who introduced me to them. And I love these products. Now, the whole idea about products and Gau Mata is that I wanted to kind of tell our viewers, some of you may already have watched the hangout I did with Dr. Subramanian Swami and Nisha Sharma and Srikant Jakkaraju about our initiative of ISKCON and Srikant ji to try and get a Gaushala right here in the Silicon Valley. He has been able to get about 8-9 cows. Now the growth, now the crowd is going to 15, and he has made his own well. Water comes from the well. Everything is becoming self-contained. And as part of this, he gave me some ingredients from which I have created Jivamrutam. Jivamrutam is where you use the cow dung and the cow urine, and then you add gur and then chana dal, and you put it in a vessel, and it becomes ferments, it becomes a fertilizer. I have been using this fertilizer. Thanks to COVID, a lot of people have now started farming their own food because of the fear and contagion. And, I've been using this Amruta for my own products too. So I'm very, very happy to say and see that somebody who has got a similar outlook to life is with us today. Swamiji, I have not given you a chance to even talk. So please welcome to our channel and talk a little bit about your experiences of being around cows, sir.
No, actually, you don't have to give me a chance to speak. Actually, you are talking well from me. So you are having more information rather than me. And I think I have to salute all you peoples because in India, we are thinking that the cow is a normal animal. We are thinking as a normal animal. But you started there. it is there in after crossing the sea, you are preserving that indigenous breed means it is great salute for your team. One, first of all. Second is, I am not using as an indigenous cow. The word for that is Veda Mata. That is Veda Mata. Because cow, indigenous cow, after the death also, it will make you profit only. After the death also, it will make profit only. And there is not a single item in that cow to say as a waste from anything, waste from environment. And it will not harm the environment also. So, Veda means knowledge. Veda means knowledge. Mata means it is our mother. So, Go Mata, no, it is Veda Mata because it is giving everything to the world and environment. So, we have to protect that. Why we need to protect that and all the things? It is how the every peoples are knowing about that. So, cow, working with cow means something working with God, I think, if I'm not wrong, because while I'm starting my journey, I didn't had anything. I had only 800 rupees with me. So now whatever the establishment is there, whatever the things is there, and whatever I'm traveling, whatever I'm doing through the common peoples, I mostly work towards the tribe peoples. So going through that area and working with them, every energy what I am getting, it is only from the cow. And even till today, we have not depended upon any peoples. Even we have not depended on the cow also. The cow, without asking anything, it has given many things to us. So working with cow means it is unmatchable thing, and it is greater than working with Trump also, or even with the Modi also, if I'm not wrong. So
No,
it is
I understand
work.
your sentiment. I understand your sentiment, Ji. So let us talk a little bit about Gotirth Ashram that your guru, Swami Visuddhanand, started. How did it all begin? I know you said that you had just 800 rupees in your pocket when you thought of starting this. Perhaps you can walk us through the journey, and then we will go to the main topic, which is the movie that you have helped produce about the Gau Mata.
Actually, Gotirth Ashram is started by Swami Visuddhananda. Now he is no more. Swami Visuddhananda is not my actual guru. For your information, my guru is late Datta Shri Paramahamsa Prajnanananda Bharati. Now he is no more. So after my Diksha, after my journey in this way, I have not sit in a small places anywhere. Actually, I used to travel all over the places. So since I was working with the RSS and all those things, so what has happened is I was knowing about what the ground people is having the issues. So I was mainly concentrating on them. And when I choose this one, I got one word from my guru: do something for society. That is my guru word. So for that purpose, I started my journey with that, and I was traveling all over the places, even in the northeast area, even in Chhattisgarh, Orissa, many places. I mean, you can say that into the root level also. More tribe peoples, even there are some places in India, villages, they have not seen the bulb also, electric bulb also. I'm talking about 21st century now. So still now, for that purpose, I used to travel in that way. So I get connected with one of my closest friend. That is called, his name is Acharya Sunil Bhagat. So he's basically from Gujarat. So I connected with him. So that time I came to know that my closest friend and one of my just like a guru, that Swami Vishuddhananda is no more. So there was one person need to control over that. So however, we know each other from the Vishuddhananji also, we also know each other. So what we thought is, let us join with them and we start our journey. That is what I started the journey in the Gotirtha Ashram. So after starting in the Gotirtha Ashram, we are mainly looking only towards the production and distribution of the medicines, because in the name of cow, we should not take money. That was our concept. In the name of cow. But from the cow, what we can make, that we have to make it as one of experiment. So throughout our journey and throughout Vishuddhananda's journey, we made only the experiment. Now the experiment got in success. That is the name. All over the places it's going as Gotirtha Ashram. So Gotirtha Ashram is having around 32 types of products. It's completely working on health issues, because now if you are taking any Ayurveda, any medicines, that is having preservatives. So preservative is very, very, very harmful to your health. So without preservative, how the person can start a small Goshala, and from there how you can build your own life and how you can serve the society. That is what we wanted to show to the nation, and I think we are more success in that. That is what our journey.
Thank you so much, sir. And growing up, again, I have lots of
Sorry to
memories.
interrupt. I think it is a very long speech. I think I made.
No, not at all, not at all. It is required, and we have to establish the context with which we are talking about. So, Gotirtha Ashram viewers, look out for Gotirtha Ashram products, and I can vouch for it. These are fantastic products, and I continue to use them. Now, Swamiji, I have a question here. Now,
Sure.
See, the way this our initiative that Srikantji has started in the Silicon Valley has come about is, some years ago, some Bos Indicus cows were exported to Brazil in South America. From there, a small group were, after a couple of cycles of breeding, a small group was brought to Mexico, which is an adjoining country. From there, he has gone and brought them to here. But the cows are still, the pure Bos Indicus variety, both the bull and the cow, everything is Bos Indicus. We are just getting started with various products here. And one of the things that we would like to do is what I used to do in childhood. Whenever we had a Griha Pravesha, anybody's new house, one of the things that we did was we let your sacred cow walk through the house. The cow came to the house and blessed you. That is the amount of respect we had for Gau Mata. So, Swamiji, let's take a look at your upcoming movie about Gau Mata. In fact, you like to refer to it as Veda Mata. I saw the trailer. It's very impressive. It shows the reality in a very stark black and white way, where the farmer doesn't have any, at least the farmer thinks that he does not have any economic value because the cow has stopped giving milk. And then he's also having a difficult time. He ends up selling the cow, and the cow is being taken away. And then there is a churn. People are beginning to understand. The son asks very difficult questions of his parents, and the father, I don't want to tell the whole plot, but it's a very heart-rending, touching movie. Now, it is going to be coming online on the 22nd. What are the plans for the movie release? Because we are on 20th today, so we should be able to get this out today.
So actually, it is the movie regarding to educate the people what is cow exactly. And there is one saying, cow is not for milk, cow is for urine and cow dung. There is one small saying.
Can you say the original thing? Which language it is? I'd like to hear you.
It is there in English only. That is the Kevin Woodford's theory. That is.
I see.
Devil in milk. If you are searching for a devil in milk, he says in one part of view, he says indigenous cow is not for milk. Cow is for urine and cow dung.
Mm.
Actually, due to industrialization in India, what they made is A1 milk and A2 milk. In A1 milk, that is of HF breed and as well as imported breeds. So for that, they are giving subsidy from the government. It is due to because of the industrialization formation by Indira Gandhi. So that is the biggest mistake what they have made. So actually for that, the peoples are running behind the milk. It is a lobby. It is a lobby. So they've forgotten about other things, what it can be done from cow other utilities. So when the people made run to subsidy, the importance of cow, importance of original breed is lost. So to revoke that and to teach the people that it is not right what you are doing. You should not depend upon the milk. Milk is for your health. It is okay. Milk is for consumption. It's also okay. But apart from that, there is thousands of things what you can make from that. That we wanted to teach them. How the fertilization companies started in India after the World War. There was so much of machinery making, I mean, the gun making companies were present in India. So once the war is finished, there is no usage for that factories. So what they made, they converted that into fertilization. Chemical, they started the chemical process. So from that, for that what they made, they said from the help of agriculture department for the lobbying that what they made to consume, I mean, utilize these fertilizers in the agriculture fields. So once they start to utilize the chemical, first 1 or 2 terms he will get more crops. After that, obviously the crops will be slow down because of fertility. Chemical will not give you fertile land. So these type of myths what the government started to do in the beginning areas. So we want to say the people that slaughtering is not a job. In one point of view in the movie, the same one person says, same religious person says, our son will not start slaughter. He will keep a pen in his hand. That is his total tact. So what it means, we have to motivate the people and we have to guide the people how to protect and what is the reason to protect. For that purpose, we just launched one theory that Samriddhi ki Devi Gomata. That is the tagline, total name of this movie. And on 22nd, it is launching in the presence of Baba Ramdev of Yoga Pita, Patanjali, and as well as Acharya Balakrishna ji, and as well as many RSS higher wings. I think physically, if it is not possible nowadays due to this corona.
Yes.
So unfortunately, we are doing as is online launching, and many 1 or 2 Bollywood celebrities, they are also giving their views on this one. So on 22nd morning IST Indian Standard Time, that is 9:30, we are launching at Haridwar, and it is a live telecast in Sanskar channel. There's a Patanjali's one Sanskar channel is there. In there we are launching a live program. After the live program, that is 10:30, it will close the live program. 10:30 to 12:30, it is the total telecast of 2 hours movie. That is what we are planning.
That's wonderful to note. I just wanted to add a couple of things to what you observed, Swamiji.
Yes, sir.
As far as my memory goes, there is an Israeli company that is working with one of the big industrial houses of India. If I kind of jog my memory, I think it is Godrej. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
They are having some
No, it's right.
experimental things in the South India where they are trying to increase the output of the Bos Indicus cow also. This is happening. Why I'm saying this is that even that one little doubt that people said, oh, it doesn't give enough milk, that will be solved in a very short time, in fact. The other thing I wanted to tell you, Swamiji, is in Silicon Valley and in some other cities in the United States, you can get A2 milk. It is 2 times the price of normal milk, but people such as myself, we started buying it for about 1 year now. It started becoming available in 1 year. And viewers who are based outside of India, maybe even in India, Costco warehouse usually carries it. So if you happen to be a Costco member, you can get A2 milk there. Now, so this is an amazing milk. I mean, you get all the different types in that. That is without fat, with fat, and we take the homogeneous thing, because what we try to do is we take the butter out of that and we make our own butter. We make our own ghee also at home, just like the way we used to do it back home. I remember as a growing up, you had a rope, you had a wooden stick,
Yeah.
and you had to do this.
Yes.
And as a young child, it used to be fun.
We are saying is as a manthan.
Manthan, exactly. And mom will not be watching, so you put your finger, take a little bit, and then keep continue doing that. We all played little Krishnas ourselves. So this awareness about the
And it is too tasty also. It is too tasty.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So this awareness of the A2 milk is growing, and I'm glad to say that there's a shift towards natural foods. That there are also a realization that anything that is having chemical supplements has its own downsides and things like that. So it is very good to know. Now, one thing I wanted to ask you is, if you look at the Gau protection, the Constitution says very clearly that the cow is a revered soul and it should be protected and it should not be killed. So the Constitution provides for that, yet it is not being implemented. Some states have implemented it, others have not implemented it. So from a constitutional point of view, do you think this movie will perhaps make a jagran, an awakening in the people's mind, so that they start demanding this in each and every state?
Actually, you said a right point, that Indian Constitution exactly says in Article 48, that is of Article 48. I thanks to Subramanian Swamy, he tried to present a bill in the Parliament also, in Rajya Sabha also. He tried around 2 years back. It is up to implement. That's right, but it is actually a directive principle of state policy. Article 48 says directive principles of the state policy. See, now there is again political lobby here. Previously, the Congress rulers, what they have made is, actually it should be started in the beginning of our partition, after we got independent, what so-called independence. So that time itself, the bill has to be started out. But unfortunately, what they made is, after the directive principle of state policy that word, they asked about every state, what is your opinion? So they want to dominate the Hinduism. They wanted to destroy the Hinduism. For that purpose, what they made, in some of their ruling state, they have not signed the petitions. Through that, still now what it is happening is, many states like the intellectual, what you are calling as leftist, there are some left peoples who are sitting in the Kerala government, as well as there are many peoples in Bengal. There is some peoples in northeast areas. So there are only few of the states opposing it. Because of their political lobby, they are opposing the this sentiments. It is not called as a sentiment. It is an economic base. That is what I'm saying. The cow, one word, it is just we have to see as a devotional, as well as it must be implemented as a economy base. Then you will get the value for that. See, once the cow is sold for any slaughterhouse means, he will get only 8,000 rupees. So after giving the milk, that will live for another 4 to 5 years. In 4 to 5 years, he can earn more than 8,000. That he has to understand. In basic of economy, the Article 48 should be implemented. I think after launching of this movie, some of the controversies will take place. I know very clearly. Some people will say that it is our rights and all those things. Some logics will go back. But once if they watch complete movie, there will not be a single point of question apart from scientific reasons. Yes, sir. You are asking something.
Yes. So, just like when the cow gives milk, it is easy for the farmer to monetize it because he can sell milk. Now, when the cow stops giving milk, so Gomutra and Godhuli, all these things, is there a way perhaps that you can say easy to make? Like, for example, you say you take store the urine. This is how we are doing it in Silicon Valley. When somebody says they want Jivamrutam, what they do is they take the Godhuli and it is available in sacks. You can go pick up a sack, take it home. So likewise, there are milk bottle kind of bottles with the Gomutra. You take that thing. After that, everything else is easy to. The recipe is very easy for Jivamrutam. So, excuse me. So this kind of stuff, I think if there is education, online or other things that you don't, this cow is, you are really like a Kamadhenu. I will tell you one more story, sir. This is from my mom who told me this. Said when the cow dies, normally Hinduism, we cremate everything. Whereas the cow is actually buried. And where they bury the cow? They bury the cow in the place where there is nothing growing in the land. It is like an unfertile land that there you put it, because when the cow's skin and bones and flesh starts, getting together with the mixing with the sand, with the land, it becomes fertile. So this poor being is helping you even when it is dying. You see, so that part of it, I don't know how many people really know it, because I didn't know it until my mom told me.
Actually, in the beginning itself, I told you that cow is everything. So that why should it be called as Vedamata?
Yes.
So
yes.
I explained in the same words there itself. After
Right.
dying also, it makes you profit only. So in spite of that, now that is what I was quoting the point. After industrialization formation, the farmers forcibly made to run behind of milk. From there, the destroy of indigenous breed has been started. It is the biggest lobby. Thanks to Patmeda, there is one place in India, Rajasthan, that's called as Patmeda. They are serving a lot of cow. Serving nearly lakhs of cows. They started the movement in 90s. And again, I have to thank and I have to bow down my head to Swami Karpatri ji. He fought against Indira Gandhi, and he made thousands of people to gather outside the parliament he striked away. He made strike, and unfortunately, the Indira Gandhi forced her forces to destroy these sadhus by firing a bullets. That is also happened in the name of Gopashtami. In the time of Gopashtami, it happened.
Yes, and it was like 400 sadhus were killed in that firing, I heard.
Yes, massacre it is. So actually, there are lot much of work by sadhus, satsangs, many social activists, they are taking place. But why there is no implementation? It is only because of political lobbying. It is only because of political lobbying, one thing. In other hand, the people, the current generation is not having the sufficient information about the cows. The cow is called as an animal. That's not an animal. It is not an animal. Even the human can be an animal, but not a cow. Now, in the flats, in the multi cities, what they are doing is they can grow up, they can keep one pet dog with them, which is not having any of the uses. Sorry to say this, there is no economically there is no use from that, but still they want to protect that, which is protecting the environment, which is protecting our nation, which is protecting about our environment, culture, everything. That should be slaughtered, and that is their rights. They are saying yes, that is their rights. And what is the logic behind this one? So this is what I said. It is completely diverted their mind in some other way to destroy the Hinduism. There is a mainly one thing we have to say: destroy the Hinduism. Unfortunately, if you are seeing in the Google also, it is available in 2003 and in 1997, 1996, Cuba, that is completely ruled by the left governments, lefties. In Cuba, they banned slaughters, cow slaughtering. In 2003, again they re-implemented that. In 96 also, by Fidel Castro also, the same law has been implemented. Because when they get economically damaged to their system, they thought that to protect and utilize a natural farming, organic farming, they depended upon organic farming, they got boosted up, they got the result. So they again re-implemented in 2003, slaughtering of cow is banned in Cuba.
Well, this understanding, realization of the worth of a cow, unfortunately, many countries have missed it. For example, in China, there are hardly any cows. And if you look back at their history, what comes out is that in one of their great famines, they ate all the cows. Once you eat all the cows, there's nothing left. I mean, China has such a huge landmass, they don't have any cows. Now they have to depend on others to give them the. I don't know when that reset is going to happen. It's a big time reset that needs to happen in China. Now, one other thing I wanted to tell you, sir, this is again from my experience. When I was growing up, I used to go to my uncle's village. You know, those days there was no Food Corporation of India. There was no guaranteed minimum price for procurement of crop. I'm talking about 60s and 70s, 1960, 50, 60 years ago. There was no minimum price guarantee. That meaning, like, you produce it, FCI will come and buy it from you. You don't have to worry about where you are going to sell it. So my grandfather, he was the Mukhia of the village, headman of the village. And he was one of the few who was literate, who would read the newspaper, who would follow the market commodity pricing. And he would say, okay, you wait, now you sell, you will make a better profit when the demand is high. So what he would do is he would open his granary, which was another adjoining house of his, and inside the granary, the entire village will come and put their things. They had the faith that he would do good by them, because for year after year after year after year, he used to give them the best price. Entire food production went into that. And you know how they disinfected it to keep all the animals out? They used cow dung.
Cow dung.
As simple as that. They would just use cow dung every day in the morning. They'll go and use mixed water and cow dung, and then spray it around the premises. Not a single insect, not a single rodent, nothing would come there. Totally. Put the new fresh grains on top, draw the old grains from the bottom, and go and sell it. This was a simple philosophy that the village had this kind of stuff. And now we have moved all away from that. And now we say, oh, I have overproduced, I don't have price. I mean, India managed farming well for a long time. And these are all the things that the younger generation doesn't understand, how much of a use the Gau Mata was.
Actually, I really appreciate on this one is the Dalit community, what we are calling as Dalit community. Actually, nowadays also they are using the cow dung to clean up their floors also nowadays. Still nowadays. There are many remote areas even in Tamil Nadu, even in Karnataka, even in Orissa. There are many places. Still, they are using the cow dungs as their daily routines. One thing. And as you said, that will see even for the purification of our air also, we are using the same thing. And for the even in our agriculture also, we can use the same thing. That is very easy. See, there is one called as we are using as a pesticides to control our pests. Pesticides. It is not a pest control. It is a pest killer.
Correct.
It's a pest killer. And consumption of there itself, they have written exactly clearly. Consumption of this chemical is completely injurious to health, even it causes to death.
Correct.
Many farmers are dying only because they are consuming these chemicals only. First thing. So, what we have to do, what we can do from the cow urine also, we can make one small thing called as pest controller. Mixture of 2-3 small elements in the house itself, like neem leaf, as well as with the jaggery and cow urine. You mix it for 7 days, you keep it in a small pot, and you spray it on the crops. The pest will not sit in that crop. The simple logic. You don't have to invest many things that. In 100 rupees, it is completely clear. And you can eat a very healthy crop in that one. There are many other ways what we can do. But again, I am saying that due to industrialist lobby, we are destroying our culture. We are destroying our original way of life. As the Supreme Court has written one statement, what is Hindu? Hindu is the way of life. So again, we are destroying the way of life only because of this lobby.
Well, I hope that this movie will open the eyes of everyone, and in a post-COVID world where there is going to be more of a necessity to grow your own crop, to consume your own food, to stay within your
actually after COVID, I have to thank China, because Wuhan has given me a very good solution. Who are running behind of IT sectors and who are running behind of money, the 7 month they have that is teached very well that money is nothing. Money is nothing. First is health. To get health, you need a very good type of food. To get a good type of food, you have to cultivate. For the cultivation, you have to again go back to the agriculture. So ultimately, the COVID-19 has been taught very well that agriculture is your business, original business. And even before to independence, agar if you're talking about the previous days, India was having a very good type of GDP, what we are calling as around 23% we had. Now we are running behind 3 percentages. So we are saying that we are a developing country. It is worse. We are not developed. Because if we are developed means when there was a 23% of GDP economy rate, now we would have been there should be for 30%. Now we are not in 30, we are in 3. So we are not developing, we are coming backside. Unfortunately, due to technologically, we are 100%, we are developing, but economically we are going backside. Only because of we are not using our original culture. To protect our culture, what we have to make and why we have to do all those things. Why? Because all the things is explained very well in this 2 hours of movie with 38 minutes of graphics, completely graphics, to educate every age people, even from the child, because see, childrens will watch only the cartoons. So we implemented the cartoon also for to educate them, and even the old age people also will entertain that. And it is not, see, again we have finished this movie in 2016-17. In 2019 we got certified from censor board. So after getting the certificate from the censor board, unfortunately lobbying of Bollywood, and I don't know what it is, telecom what television's lobbying doesn't allowed any platform to launch this movie. It's unfortunate. It is not having, I ran behind so much of people, so I was getting only one thing. Oh, why Salman Khan is not there in this movie? If the Salman Khan is there, means that will go on. If Amitabh Bachchan is there, means that will go on. How we have to release in theaters? See, the peoples are there behind of commercial things. We have invested nearly 1.5 crores on this one, only to educate the people, not for retaining anything. Even thanks to Swami Vishuddhanand ji, his vision was not to take money from this movie. By selling this movie, he don't wanted to take money. He wanted to give a sufficient of information to government, and it is the work of government. It is not the work of Gotirtha Ashram, nor it is the work of RSS. Nor it is the work of VHP. It is not even the work of Patanjali also. It is the work of government to protect this. Because by the people, for the people, to the people, government is there. So the government is, when the government is not listening to the people voice, then we have to create these type of platforms. I'm saying the same word. It is to educate the people, completely education, not for any type of lobbying, not for making money. If we want to make the money, means we can sell it to anyone. Thanks to my director also, DS Kasana. He is also said that he's also invested nearly a small amount for that movie. So he said that I don't want any type of repayment. Again, thanks to Manoj Joshi, the main actor from this one. So his Padma Shri also. So he said one thing. First he said that he need everything, movement, his daily wages, everything he asked. So after listening the movie's story, simply he said, if you possible, you give me anything. If you not give also, not problem, because it is such a wonderful movie. That is the word from many people. And even there is one actor, he is basically from Islamic. So he was eating the beef and all those things, stuffs he was eating. After doing this movie, he completely said, no, it is not our work. We should not eat. Why should we not eat? He acted on this movie. Original Muslim. He is a original Muslim, original Islamic. It is not charted out any characteristics. It is completely original. And in the same theory, in the Quran also, they have not mentioned to slaughter any religion. They have not mentioned to destroy any religion. They said that to respect each other religion. Now they are saying that it's their rights. Instead of taking a butchers, it is better to go through the education system. Better to educate them. They can also grow. They can stop the slaughtering houses. See, again, in 48 article also, there is one clause. See, the clauses makes so much of difference in the national economy. That is what I wanted to say. There is one clause. When a veterinary doctor confirms any of this cow is not eligible to live their further life, that means it can be slaughtered. There is one word in clause in that 48 article. For that purpose, what they are making, I will explain you in a small minute. They will take the cows from the local people. They will purchase it for 4,000 or 5,000 rupees. They will forcibly, they will make this cow to drink copper sulfate of water nearly 4 to 5 liters. Once the cow drinks copper sulfate of water, automatically it will destroy their kidney. Once the kidney is destroyed means it cannot do urine nor it can be do the cow dung. So once it is not do means they can take the food but it will not go outside from the stomach, and they will supply through a truck. They will supply through a truck, which truck as per the RTO rule that can be supplied only in 8 tire of the truck. They can take transport only in 6 number of indigenous breed. But what they will make, they will forcibly put in around 30 to 40 in numbers. 40 in the numbers that will see, to put that, what it will happen, it should not sleep. When the cow sleep means that will take lot much of spaces. So to stand that, what they will make is they will put green chili in their eyes. Green chili that they will put in their eyes. So what it will happen is it will mix. It will start. It cannot sleep. So it will stand like anything. One side the kidney is destroyed. One side the eye is burning sensation. So it cannot do anything. In that stage, they will start transport in 3 to 4 days to other destinations. In other destination, what they will make, they will slaughter is. While they're slaughtering, you just remind when there is water content of copper sulfate, it will consumed by the people. He will also get diseases. There is no life for the cow also. So this is what the cruelty is they making only because of this theory. When there is a doctor certifies, veterinary doctor certifies that the cow is not valid to live further life, when they certifies that, they will do this type of cruelty and they will make that certification that why the kidney is destroyed, so the cow cannot be live. They were taking that to slaughterhouse. This is the biggest cruelty that what they are making only because of Article 48, that one small clause.
Well, it's very sad that the way it is being misused and abused. Swamiji, I think we have now a fair amount of conversation on this topic. I think it should make the people want to go and watch the movie on Sanskar TV. And I'm sure in time, this will also start propagating in other online channels. I'll be happy to do it in case you want anything from us, like 6 months down the road. If you want P Gurus to carry the movie, we'll be happy to do so. I mean, the whole idea here is to get the word out there. And
sure.
hopefully we'll be like, the small squirrel that took its small piece of, rock in helping build Ram Setu bridge. That is how we find ourselves. So whatever little way we can help, we'll be happy to do so.
No, it is not a squirrel. Just I thanks to Vijayant also, as well as for you also, because you listened our voice, that what it can be. See, everybody says means movie means there will be some fighting, love scene, romance, other things. They will think commercialization things. But apart from that, there is a love and dedication towards protection of our nation.
Yes,
It is
yes.
protection of our nation, nothing else. So in that, I think it is. I think it's. I will be more happy if you are airing the movie in your channel. Means it is more. I mean, that can be reached out to many peoples on this one.
Yes, yes, yeah, absolutely. I'll be happy to do so. So let us again, stay in touch and let us work something out. Initially, let it go through in Sanskar TV. At least get the initial crowd, and we'll be very, very
Sure.
happy to do so. Thank you so much, Swamiji, and wish you all the best.
There is one word, especially there is one word in Sanskrit. गावों में पुरतः संतु गावों में संतु पृष्ठतः गावों में हृदये नित्यम गवाम मध्ये वसाम्यहम. That was the total theory of Indian culture. That is called as Hinduism. So for that it says the cow should be there in front of our house. The cow should be there in backside of our house. When the person lives in between of the cow, that itself it will create as a Ramarajyam. That is what the theory of, actually in Sanskrit there is a theory for Hinduism that is called as Gavo me puratas santu Gavo me santu prishtatah Gavo me hridaye nityam gavam madhye vasamyaham. So that is what we have to, what we are concentrating mainly on that.
I'm always willing to listen to something new. I've not come across this phrase before. But once again, thank you very much and wish you all the best. And we hope to come back to you again in a few months' time and let us talk a little bit more about how things are coming along. And I'll be happy to share what is happening in the Silicon Valley also on our own little initiative to try and get this moving forward. Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaste. Namaste.